Today, I'm going to show you guys how to find and talk to manufacturers. If you ever wanted to develop a product, if you ever wondered how do you develop products, how do you do the research, how do you talk and negotiate, this video is going to break that down, whether it's domestic or overseas, whether you want to sell a cosmetic, or maybe it's going to be like furniture or like some kitchen items or even supplements. I'm going to break it down for you guys. So stay tuned for this video. Let's get into my computer and break it down. So there's two main places where you can find potential suppliers, whether domestic or overseas. So let's talk about international, overseas, if you're trying to find suppliers in India, Pakistan, or China, obviously. Now, what most people don't know is you can actually create supplements and cosmetics overseas as well. And a lot of times it can be a lot cheaper. The only caveat is that you will need to have some sort of certifications on their end. So they have to be able to provide that in order to get through customs. And if you're selling on Amazon, you got to get approved through Amazon as well. So the supplement manufacturer will be able to provide that. A lot of people think you have to get that on your own, but that's not actually the case. You can get this directly from the manufacturer. And if they don't have it, they can do the testing for it and you guys can split the payment. Typically it's like $1,000, so it's not that big a deal. But you can go on Alibaba, type in gummy manufacturer if you're trying to create a gummy supplement, and they'll have a ton of different this booty boosting supplement. There you go, boom, like there's one right there. And typically if a supplier can do one type of item, they can do all items. So let's say, for example, this gummy creatine manufacturer right here, they can do gummy creatine, but they also could do melatonin or melanin or whatever the case is, like any other type of gummy there is. And that's the rule with any other supplier. So let's say you were trying to sell like coffee mugs. Same thing. You can get there and then you get a estimate. They're $3 here, $3 here, 99 cents here. Same thing. They can make all different types of manufacturing of different products. One of the things I like to do is always hit trade assurance. Trade assurance is a way to protect your money in case the supplier doesn't provide the right product or like the quality, it fails inspection, etc. So trade assurance is always good to have. You can also filter by country of region. So if you don't want to work with China, you want to work with like India or Pakistan. Where is the, oh, I can't find the other ones. Where's Pakistan here? Okay, well, I don't know why it just only showed me India, but you can get the point. You can go with other regions as well. And you can see there are a ton of India manufacturers who also do coffee mugs as well. So that's how you find Alibaba suppliers. Now, when you go and talk to them, you can either hit the chat now button right here, and it'll pull up your messages here. Or you can also click on this and you never order directly here, like never ever order directly here. You don't need to do that. You can send an inquiry here instead and type in, hello, I'm interested in this mug. Can you provide a quote for 300 units? Or you can even do like 300, 600, and 1,000 units. So they can give you a range of different price points as well. And then you just hit send. You don't need anything super, super formal. You just need to tell them and get straight to the point, and that's it. And personally, this is how I would go about, sending it out to 10, 15 different suppliers, and, see who responds. The more, the better. The next thing is, this is if you want to do overseas, but if you want to do manufacturing domestically, then you can also just come in Google and just type in exactly what you need. Gummy manufacturers. You'll see there's going to be a ton of different manufacturers here that you can go out and outreach, right? There's gummy manufacturers, cosmetic manufacturers as well. If you're doing anything topical, like anything that applies to the skin or anything that's ingestible, usually doing this domestically is going to be better. And you can, again, if you want to go for, I don't know, protein bar manufacturers, again, it's going to pop up the same thing. It's not complicated, guys. It's really, really not complicated. So we can pick this person right here. Then we can see kind of a little bit about themselves and what they do, and the products that they have, nutrition bars, protein bars, etc. They got donut bars. And then they have like some other solutions here. And then you would fill this out. Put in your email, put up your name, company, the products you're interested in, send them a message and tell them, hey, I'm interested in building this product. I'm looking for inquiry of, X amount of units.
The only thing about domestic is they will require a much higher MOQ. They're going to require 1,000, 10,000 units versus overseas. You don't have to do that. You could do 300 units, 200 units, even 100 units sometimes. So that's why there's a benefit to sourcing overseas, is because it can be cheaper and they're also not going to require such a huge MOQ. So that way you're not fronting and risking so much money up front. So those are some ways that you guys can go out there and find these manufacturers and talk to them. Again, same thing with domestic is there. You're going to need to outreach about 10, 20 different suppliers because a lot of them in the domestic will not reply. So like I would say maybe like 30% of Alibaba suppliers will not reply. 50% of these guys will not reply. So it's best to go out there and put out as many messages as you can, get as many quotes as you can. And this is how you start. They will talk to you through how to develop the product or what you want done with the product as well, if there's any customizations. And a lot of them know what they're doing. They're very familiar with Amazon or Shopify, etc. So they'll be well connected in that. And you just got to keep asking them questions and figuring out what scope of work they can do for you. So this is how you find suppliers, guys. I hope this is really, really helpful. If you guys have any questions about this, drop it in the comments and I'll make more videos like this. All right, take care.